Alrighty, folks, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good myself. I've got a couple more Porsche 911 Dakars for you guys today. A couple of really cool ones, actually. So this one right here is a homage to the Porsche 2.7 Carrera RS, I believe was the car from 1974 that competed in a bunch of different rally stuff. And this one is Mini GT number 1009. This one's in right-hand drive, and then we also have this one, the Porsche 911 Dakar Uncle Rally, and this is 1068. This one's in left-hand drive. So these are both kind of significant, just because obviously this is an homage to an old Porsche, and then this one actually has a really cool story that I dug around a little bit to get some more information on. So we'll start off with this one. So this one is a car that a Vietnamese man owns in real life, and he took it on a huge road trip all across Asia. I think it was like 33,000 kilometers, and super cool. His name, hopefully I pronounced this right, but his name is Nguyen Hoang An, and yeah, super cool. He has this car in real life. I couldn't find any pictures of it. I do have some pictures to show here in a bit. I couldn't find any pictures with the red and yellow wheels or with the topographic text on it. But I kind of heard that he puts the red and yellow wheels on it kind of towards the end of his expedition, and it was if I had to guess, it was probably to kind of symbolize the Vietnamese flag. But yeah, it is super cool. There's a couple inaccuracies on it from what I kind of saw from pictures, but I think it's fine. But yeah, really nice model. It's got that really nice gray silver metallic paint that we saw on one of the other Dakars that Mini GT released. That one was more of a stock version, but it's really cool. The red 19 box with the Porsche lettering on the side. And then again, that red and blue topographic logo, or not logos, but like print on it, and that goes on both sides, kind of towards the back. Again, yellow wheels on the front and then red wheels on the back. Just the standard Dakar wheels that we've seen. Nice Porsche logo in the center, and then the black lug nuts. Very nice wheels. And then the tread on the tires is nice and beefy, because obviously this is an off-road car, or it was made to go off-road. That's why it has the silver skid plates on the side and the front and the back. This is not the first time we've seen the Dakar from Mini GT. We've actually gotten quite a few of them. I think there's at least one more coming. But yeah, the 19 on the front again, the Saigon Gobi Rally. And then it also has this cool graphic of all the continents on the front in that red part as well. Also like the black accents that kind of go down from the headlights. And then it's got the real license plate, the yellow accents in the grille right there. Super cool. There's the back view again. License plate, skid plate. The exhaust look really good. And then red wing says Dakar on it. And then there's some check engine lights on the back. I wonder why that is there. I'm sure there's some sort of meaning to that. But that's kind of cool. And then Porsche in red text in the center on the back, and then the 911 Dakar badging. Nice taillights, pretty much blacked out, and then the thin red strip going across right there, and then of course the supplies and stuff on the top, like some gas cans, a bag. On the real car, however, they did have a spare tire that sat up on the roof, so it would have been nice if Mini GT could have changed up this plastic mold and stuck a tire on top. I think that would have been cool. But it says "Adventure is Legendary Land" on the windshield banner. That is pretty cool. So yeah, really nice. And then one other thing I did notice, which I kind of understand why Mini GT didn't do it, is because it's really small. On the real car, he actually had the little yellow stars on the wing mirrors, which is, if you don't know, the Vietnamese flag is red with the yellow star, so kind of an ode to that as well as the wheels. I could not find a picture of this with the in real life with the yellow and red wheels. I did find it with the wheels that he started the expedition with, though. So I'll put some photos up of the car so you can kind of see it. It is very cool. Again, a couple of inaccuracies, the roof, But overall, I think Mini GT did a really good job with it, and it's kind of an obscure car. Like, there's information out there on it, but it's definitely not something that I had heard about until this Mini GT came to fruition. So I really like that Mini GT is kind of doing stuff like this, so that it kind of it tells a unique story, and it kind of shows some spotlight on some of the less popular parts of motorsport, which I definitely think this is. So really like this one. It's super cool. I also just noticed there's a little bit of that like yellow accenting on the front of that that roof carrier too, which is kind of neat. But yeah, really cool car, really cool story behind it. I think this one's awesome. Anyways, let's move on. I'm trying to have this one be a little bit quicker tonight because I do have some other stuff to do before work. But Porsche 911 Dakar Rally 1974, 1009. Again, this one is right-hand drive. There's all your information. And yeah, like I said, this one is based off of 1974 2.7 Carrera RS, I believe. And I think it might have been a Rally Safari, but it might have done a whole bunch of other stuff too. I don't know all the information on the old version of it, but I do like when companies do these like retro-inspired liveries based off of some like historic cars. I just think it's really cool. So definitely awesome that Mini GT does that. So here it is. Pretty standard as far as the Dakar goes. It doesn't have any of the extra stuff on it like the other ones do, but it does have the nice black wheels with the silver lip. Porsche badge in the center looks quite nice. And then it's got the number 19 on the side and the Porsche text. The old car was also number 19. And then the blue striping, the blue and green striping that runs down the side of the car right here is that, along with the number 19, is kind of like the big homage to the old one. I'll put some photos up on screen of the old one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Really cool car. But yeah, and then it also has the little like sticker in the front. It says 19 Weissig Dakar and then Rally. So that's kind of just like Porsche's own thing that they put on there. It's not actually an event sticker. A couple shell logos at the front, which I didn't look at the old version, the old Porsche too closely, but I'm guessing it probably has those shell logos as well. But yeah, it looks really good. The headlights on these are great. There's a little bit of red right there. That's where the tow hook would be. Obviously, Mini GT doesn't mold those in, but they did put a little bit of a red detail right there for it. So I guess that's fine. And yeah, it's pretty nice overall. A little bit on the plainer side, but it is a cool spec of the Dakar in my opinion. Taillights look good. Porsche lettering and the Dakar badging all looks pretty good. 911 Dakar on the license plate. And then again, the skid plate with the exhaust. And then the little spoiler back here as well. And then there's the bottom. They all say 2023 Porsche 911 Dakar. Very cool. Very cool. I like these a lot. They both should roll fairly well. They've got big meaty tires on them, so that might kind of catch on the fenders here and there. But very nicely done castings. I have been enjoying the 911 Dakars, and I think a lot of you guys have as well. Yeah, they're just really cool. I like when these higher end companies make cool, unique stuff like this, like a Porsche 911 that's meant for off-road. It's kind of like a rally version of it. It's just really cool in my opinion. So yeah, those are those two. I will also put some photos up of the real version of this car right here, so you can see that. I think it's pretty well done compared to the real thing. I think this casting overall was pretty well done. I know there was a couple people that were saying that the ride height was a little too high, and I can definitely see, or the ride height was a little bit too low. Sorry about that it wasn't high enough, and I could definitely see that, especially when you look at photos of the real car, but I think at this scale it's fine, and it looks good. So, but yeah, like I said, trying to make it quick tonight, so let me know what you guys think of these two. I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next video.